So, as from the last few sessions, we have covered many different topics from the book Conversation with Mahavatar Babaji. So, wherein he was sharing different stories, spiritual knowledge, and also his journey from childhood and his parallel life, and all those things we have covered. So, today the topic it is about keys to develop self-awareness. So the author of this book is Pyramid Master, Master Pallavi. So wherein after all these years of sadhana and knowledge and everything, she has put up few points like which has helped her in her journey to develop self-awareness. So these are the points like wherein she has understood and implemented in her life. So maybe a few of the things which we might be already knowing, but still the way she has put across in a such a very simpler manner, I don't think we can go still simpler than this, the way she has put the points. So let us go into it, masters. Uh, okay, in this digital world, everyone is getting more awareness about the things happening around the globe. However, in this process, we have forgotten to take care of ourselves spiritually. On one side, many people are getting inspired to know more about themselves, to find their purpose in life, and on the other hand, people are also going astray. When I started my journey, towards truth and my life purpose, I implemented few things on myself to raise my awareness. I'm sharing with you all what I gained from my Guru Brahmarshi Patriji's teaching and through self experience. So the first point, what she's telling, it is about like to develop self awareness is 10 minutes energy breakfast. So let's see what it is. Food is a very important aspect of human life where most people are concerned about feeding the physical body. If we think about it deeply, the body gains only 5% of the energy through food, but where does the rest 95% come from? People receive energy while in a state of deep sleep. The cosmic energy we receive during our sleep, combined with the energy we get through food, helps us to survive the years we live. However, these energies are not enough for a day to stay healthy and happy. So whatever masters, whatever energy we are gaining from food and sleep, it is all being utilized for our digestion process, circulatory process, for our thinking and day-to-day activities. And by end of the day, we sometimes feel tired. So that is where the meditation will help us. Cosmic energy from where we are taking through meditation or reading books or sajjana sangatya or nature walks. It could be anything or playing with small kids. So all that energy, what we are gaining, that will be actually helpful for our healing purpose and also evolve further. So I just wanted to add this one point. Further into this book, when I understood the real concept of meditation and began Anapanasati meditation, I truly understood what energy actually meant. In my initial days, whenever I used to get time, I followed the procedure of crossing my legs, clasping my hands, closing my eyes, and observing the natural flow of my breath for 10 minutes. I did not mind the place or my surroundings. I just sat and meditated, and it gave me a fresh feeling every time and a newer perspective. At least 10 minutes or more every day to self will change a lot of things within us, and everything will take care of its own. You will love to eat this energy breakfast more and more with practice. I call this a 10-minute energy breakfast, and I thoroughly enjoy indulging in it. As we receive universal energies in our mind and body, it recharges our soul, where it starts opening new doors to every situation you face. The present generation is quite advanced, and most of them are gaining enough awareness to see their wrongdoings but failing to implement. This energy breakfast will offer them to replenish their power of discernment, and with daily practice, they will achieve a great journey of transformation within and around. They will gain more positive energy that influences your surroundings. And the second point is, the first point it was about 10 minutes energy breakfast. Now the second point is check in and check out. So let's see what it is. We check in on earth as we have taken physical birth on this three-dimensional reality, and we physically check out when we vacate the body, that is our physical death. This process of check in and check out is like a lifelong thing as long as you are in this physical body. If you enter a particular situation, you will exit from it too. But have you ever pondered upon your thoughts? There is only entry and seldom exits from thought patterns. We keep accumulating and revising them again and again, whilst there is no doorway to exit. This is a very important and serious matter to think about and requires an immediate exit action plan. I practice this consciously along with my 10-minute energy breakfast routine. Every night before I go to sleep, I just close my eyes and sit quietly, relax myself, then put few questions on to myself. Have I done something unnecessary today or any action which was not required? Have I spoken any unwanted words? Is there any situation that made me feel guilty? How would I like to see myself as a being? If I need some improvements on my action and words, automatically the area of rectification appears in front of me when I put these questions. This helps me develop acceptance towards my deeds, and my transformation process becomes more effective and easy. At first, it may sound hard to you, or it might bring out the non acceptance towards your own present karma. But if you follow this for a week, you will understand and receive its benefits. On one hand, the small exercise of check in will help you clear all the garbage which you have accumulated subconsciously. This cleansing process will help you become a new person as well as help you to gain a newer perspective on self. You will feel more confident within. So, who is a successful person? In my perception, people who are highly successful are those who can sleep every day with no guilt or complaints about themselves. As we are open to receive all through regular check in and check out process, everything in our life starts changing and it becomes more fulfilling. And the third point, which is very important, do not react. We always react to situations both externally and internally, especially internally. To gain any balance of a situation, it is important to go within to respond and not to react. Most of the chaos happens because we react, as all that is happening inside disturbs our mind and our thoughts, poisoning our attitude towards self and others. Develop your thought pattern in a way which will not allow any external thought to poison you before you have the entire picture of the situation clear to you. You ought to play the role of a pure observer. For instance, if your boss is unhappy about your work and tells you that you are not doing well, rather than allowing the degrading thought about self, think where you are lacking. An area of importance needs to be taken care of, and only then you will be able to get a solution to perform better. However, if you react and go on a spree of degrading thoughts and putting yourself down, you are allowing the lower energies to take over you and your surroundings. Remember, you are the owner of your house, that is the body and mind. If you are allowing someone or something to go inside, only then it will affect you. In most cases, people are so affected by these energies, they become depressed or go in a state of numbness, also called a psychic attack, which means that the individual who is affected allowed someone or something to affect them in such a severe manner. The best way to protect yourself is not to react but respond. Even if you have allowed the negative energies inside and have become low, you can always gain confidence through the energy of the universe by practicing meditation. Even if you have been paralyzed spiritually by a psychic attack or unwanted negative energies, you can always jump back onto the track. It is difficult to always respond and not react because human nature is driven by emotions, especially the negative ones. The ultimate cure to this is practice, practice, practice. The more you practice forgiveness and responding to situations, the more clarity you will get. And then the fourth point, dream observer. It's all about dreams. So, dream is not just a dream, it's a reality in the astral world. Your thoughts manifest quickly as a reality on the astral plane. When you observe your dreams, your learning becomes quicker, and this way, the time required to receive any knowledge is reduced by working on your dreams within yourself. When you seek to become an observer, you will see and understand the real truth. You will learn that you are the source of all things that are happening through you. It does not matter if you remember all your dreams or not, just work with at least one of your dreams to begin your work. And the fifth point, which we all know, reading. So she is telling, like, I was an average reader before realizing my true self. I became an voracious reader after I understood that the ultimate truth differed from this physical reality in which we are living. I couldn't live without books. Reading at least one page a day is food for my intellect. I got introduced to a huge number of spiritual books recommended by Grandmaster Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. He always encourages people to read as much as they can. And he says, books are the swiftest shortcut to enlightenment. So I developed a habit to read books which help me to shine my inner world. So books are your closest friends. Whatever you're going through in day-to-day life challenges, you will always find a book in a home that will help you to find your peace within. And the final point, what she's sharing, which helps us for our self awareness, it is about it is not yours. So let's see what it is. In life, we always think that there is so much which we don't understand and we wonder what is there for us. When we see the external world through our physical eyes, the world glitters and we often lose ourselves thinking we own it all. However, it is important for us to dive within to actually understand that out of all that we have, there is much more and beyond than the material world. Universe always helps us through the right opportunities, but we fail to realize the lessons from it. People around you speak about what they have achieved. They tell you what is convenient for them by making you believe that it is also right for you. But the same formula never applies to everyone as each individual experience it uniquely. It may sound difficult because we pick up different experiences when learning more about our own self to gain the right understanding through those unique experiences. As you get the clarity of what is and what is not for you, you will also learn to say no to what does not serve you in your life purpose. This is how you will find clarity to serve your true purpose. So, these were the six important points that she implemented in her life um, to develop self awareness. It's not like one day job, masters. It's like every moment, every day, every moment. It's like, as she told, practice, practice, practice. So the best thing what I liked it is about like not to react. Yes, it is a very difficult thing because sometimes when we are not in awareness of ourselves, we start reacting more than to respond. Um, Recently, one of my friends, she was just telling me about this point about emotions and the reacting part and the responding. What she told me was, um, whenever we are talking to a person, we focus more on the other person, like what they are talking, what kind of words they are using, how they are like, what is their way of reacting to us, or whatever it is. We always, our focus, our judgment is on the other person. So instead of that, she was telling me to focus, to be aware of what I'm doing. Like when I'm speaking to a person, the focus should be on our words, our thoughts, even while we are speaking. Then in so I thought like, okay, let me give a try. So when I'm trying to speak with someone, I'm just It's not like every time I'm able to do it. At least whenever I'm remembering, I'm trying to practice it. I'm observing what I'm talking. I'm putting my focus on what are my thought patterns when I'm speaking to a person. When I practice for few times, what I observed is the kind, especially during an argument or something, some discussion, heated discussion is going on in a family or something, right? When I'm trying to focus on myself, I'm observing there is a control on my anger, that aggressiveness it could be or whatever. I felt I'm bit calmer and very composed way I'm speaking. But the moment when I'm not in awareness, what happens is the focus is going on the other person, what that person is talking about me. So two things I observed here: when the focus is on our side, on my own words and thoughts, and what happens when the focus is on the other person. There is a huge difference. But again, practice. Every moment when we have to keep reminding ourselves that we have to practice it. It is only then that becomes like a very routine or a natural for us to be in that way. Like it becomes our natural attitude, I can say, or inner nature, it could be that we automatically respond and not react over a period of time, like when we keep on practicing it. So this is one thing that I wanted to share. And of course, even the dreams also, what she was telling, right? Like dreams, we have to observe. Yes, we forget many times, we don't remember what dreams it came. But for me, there was a day like wherein I got a dream. I don't say it's a single dream. It was like, I think, three different dreams. It was like in each dream, I was going through whatever emotional blockages I have with few people in my life. Each person was coming in each dream, like three different people in three different dreams. And the same, like when I'm awake, when I'm going through that emotional pain with those people, the same thing I was going through in my dream as well. Some conversation is going on between me and that person. The same emotional pain I'm going through even in my sleep, in my dream state. And that dream was over, then the next dream started, then the third dream, and the third person. So, and luckily, I don't know, I was able to remember all three dreams on that when I woke up the next day. And I was so much surprised. Initially, I did not understand why all these things were coming. But afterwards, when I read in some book about dreams, I totally realized that those were the areas where I have to work on, like the inner shadow work, where it was clearly telling, universe is clearly telling me that I have to release this emotional block, what I have with these three people, and I have to move on. So in that way, dreams will really help us. We might think, okay, some random things are coming up in our dreams, but no, those are like always guiding us, like where, in which direction where we have to work out in our life. So this was one beautiful experience I had that really helped me to come out of few things. Yes, of course, there are few more things which I have to work on, but that dream has really helped me. So, yeah, so this was what I wanted to share about myself. And Masters, if anything you wanted to share regarding this topic, about your experiences or any thoughts, please unmute and you can start sharing. Thank you, Sirisha ji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Masters. Thank you, everyone. So, if we have nothing to share, let's join in the next session, and one more beautiful meditation and wisdom part will be there. Have a nice day. Thank you, one and all.